Shalom. This is All Praises to the Most High. This is your favorite, soon-to-be favorite couple, the Becketts.
Yes.
And we're here with, what is it, Q&A?
It's a Q&A. So these are frequently asked questions that we get from our family members and friends. And what we did is we decided to go online to see, what's a Q&A? Like, how do couples actually go about the Q&A and what we should do and how we should make a video just basically disclosing 5 questions per person.
Right.
So 5 random questions.
Or it could be more, just depending.
Depending on how the vibe is.
How's it going, yeah.
Right, so I went online, took the liberty of going online, and I went on Google, of course, because I told you I like to Google. Google. Okay. And I found Life Hack. So it's an online site that actually have 53 questions of Q&A on relationships.
Exactly.
So I'm sure this is stuff that I'm going to just ask him questions that I've heard from friends and family have asked me.
From my family.
Exactly. And he's going to do the same.
Now, keep in mind, we never did this before.
No.
So we're going to ask questions that we probably never asked each other up until this point.
Right.
So it's going to be very interesting. And we're going to keep it as truthful as possible. We're not going to lie about it. We're going to keep it 100 on this channel. So what we're going to talk about and what we're going to ask each other is completely random and probably something that we never asked before.
Asked each other before.
So we're going to see how it goes. I think it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be a very interesting video.
Right.
So please.
So what we're going to do, you want to
what?
Rock, paper, scissors, and who goes first?
Yes. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Best out of 3, though.
Best out of 3?
Okay, we're going to rock, paper, scissors to see who's going to go first on this challenge.
Okay.
Ready?
All right. Rock, paper, scissors.
Shoot. Now, you seen it.
I
you seen it. Oh, he cheated. Already. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Dang, right. You won.
Yeah,
That's
right.
3.
Okay.
You got 2.
Okay, so
he cheated the first time now.
So I go first, right?
Yeah. Well, you could choose who goes first.
I'll go first.
You go first.
I'll ask you the questions, okay?
So you ask. So how are you? I don't even know how we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it in order. Are you gonna ask me 5 questions, or are you gonna ask me 1 question? I ask you 1.
I'm gonna ask you 1 question, and we go back and forth.
Okay. So he's choosing how we're doing it. Cool.
Okay. So the first question I'm gonna ask you is, what was your first impression about me?
Like when I first met you, or when I?
Let's say when you first met me.
When
you see me in Vegas, what was your first impression about me?
I was nervous. I was so nervous, you guys.
Tell me that.
My first impression was, oh my gosh, this is so real. He's so handsome. Because you got to understand how we met was, we didn't meet in person when we first met each other. We met on Instagram. It was Instagram. We
FaceTime.
Yeah, we FaceTime.
That's what we did.
For a long time, we didn't see each other in person. He lived in a whole nother state than I did.
Across the country.
Right. So with that being said, it was so hard for me to know what he smelled like, know how tall he really, really was compared to me. Like, you get more when you're with the person versus when you're online or when you're talking to them over the phone and FaceTime and stuff. So when I first met you, it was like, you was everything that I expected and then some. And then you smelled so good. I was like, oh my gosh, like, he smells good. He looks good. I can honestly say I wanted to pick your blackheads. Because I do makeup for a living, so... And I when I do makeup, I see all types of skin, and I notice he had a few like blackheads. I was like, oh, I just want to pick his blackhead. So eventually, like the next day,
she picked my blackhead the next day. And to be honest, I haven't worn cologne since then.
He hasn't, but he smells so good. We're gonna get you some cologne.
All right. Thanks for being honest with that.
Absolutely. My turn.
You ready?
Let's see.
Gotta be honest. I gotta be honest.
Let's see. Okay, these are okay. Let me find a good question.
Good question. Got me nervous.
Oh, why does it do that? Oh my
What
God.
did it do? What did
It
do?
glitched. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Do you forgive your partner's mistakes easily?
I can honestly say I do.
Do you forgive your partner's mistakes easily?
I don't hold on to things that happen. And the reason being because I know I make mistakes.
Okay.
And then I know that how I want somebody to feel about me. So if I did something wrong, I would want somebody to forgive me for what I've done. So Most High gives me that understanding. So when my partner makes that mistake, I easily say, you know what? It was a mistake. I could have did that. I could have been the one in her shoes. So I instantly say, you know what? She's forgiven for that. And if anytime something tries to bring that up, I pray to the Most High, like, no, I forgave her for that. I don't even want to bring my memory back there. So definitely, yes, I forgive you easily about things, and I would.
Oh, I love you.
I love you too.
Okay, your turn.
Okay, let's see.
Well, you hear it, guys. I'm forgiven for all the things I've done.
All right. Hold on. I'm coming.
Hey, I was taking so long because I was looking at all the questions and my phone started to glitch. So we're going to see what this one comes up next.
Okay. Do you feel jealous if your partner hang out with a friend of the opposite sex?
You know what's so crazy? I have no jealous bone in my body.
Wow.
Why you say that?
No, I'm just saying wow.
like wow, like you're right. Well, first off, I don't know of you having friends of the opposite sex. But if you did have friends of the opposite sex prior to our marriage and our relationship, because I don't think it's appropriate for a man to make new friends that's a female. I don't think that's appropriate because the agenda could be misconstrued with the female. I'm not gonna say with the man, because sometimes the man, but I trust that the Most High is gonna keep you, like we always talk about. However, I'm not jealous. So if he had a friend that was a female that was attractive or not attractive, but I wouldn't be jealous. I will only say make her my friend too, because it's only right. I wouldn't even want you to do it, but I would want her to reach out and say, "Oh, you're married now, and let me make the choice to meet your wife and be friends with her and be cool with her, even if we don't have to be the best friends, but just give me that respect to know, like, she respects our relationship and she knows that I'm your wife, I know what you're gonna say.
I just want to make this clear. I wouldn't even make that mistake of trying to make a female my friend. I wouldn't even do that.
Yes.
I wouldn't even say, hey, let me hang out with her, or let me do this with her, or no, I already got my friend, my best friend right here. I don't need no other female friend. I could talk to him and be like, hey, this and that and the other, probably say, give him words of wisdom and stuff like that. But it's nothing, I don't care about making new friends. It's not even inappropriate, I believe, right now. So
yes, I do think that it is very inappropriate when it comes to a man or a female trying to be friends. Now, people could be cool. Like, I've met people. Cool. You I'm sure you can go out and you can meet people randomly, and you have a vibe with them. And I don't think that's wrong. And I feel like you should research, hey, if this person has a relationship, are they in a relationship, are they married? So then we could do marital things together, like go out to eat, and, stuff like that. That's cool, because you met a guy that he had a wife.
He had a wife.
Although it's not the opposite sex, but just to say that he had a wife. And we all became cool. We all ended up having lunch and stuff,
Together.
So I like stuff like that. But if it's a single woman,
but that could still people that's married could still have eyes for another person if they're
Then you
attracted.
shouldn't be married.
Some people are just, weak in temptation.
That is weak.
You got to know yourself. If you're gonna hang around women or get married, know yourself.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
When did you find out that you were in love?
Oh, gosh, that's something. I found that I was in love probably the first, 3 to 4 weeks I was talking to her. I found that I was in love. And the reason being is because I have never met a woman like her in my entire life. Everything she did and said to me was so different. It was off the wall. I couldn't even believe. And the thing is, it's because I prayed about her, and everything I prayed to the Most High about, she was. In that first 3 to 4 weeks I saw, and I was like, this is it. This is the woman. She captured my heart right there. So, yeah, first 3 to 4 weeks.
First
I fell in
3
love.
to 4 weeks.
I could say probably 3.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
That makes sense.
Okay. Your turn.
Right.
Aw, that's so sweet. I mean, see, sometimes love comes fast. Well, love is gradually earned and it comes slow. Sometimes you fall in love with your best friend. Sometimes you fall in love with your, best friend's man. In this case, no. But that's dope though. And falling in love with your best friend's man is kind of scandalous.
I got one for you.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
All right, here we go. Is it really necessary to know everything from your partner's previous relationships? Come on now.
Cat got my tongue. Because this is the thing. I think some things are meant for you in your previous situation. Like, some things aren't necessary. Isn't necessary for you to share with your partner, your future partner, your partner. What is it? Not future, but
What are you talking about? No, I'm lost. What you saying?
I'm lost in what I'm trying to say. But anyways, it's not necessary for you to share everything with your partner currently. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay, currently.
However, there's things I think you can share with them, especially if it's stuff that you recognize from your partner, or something that has been, for me, certain things that I share with him is traumatic experience or lessons that I have experienced. That's not more so a traumatic situation, but just learning curves in relationships. I think it's necessary, but not to the full extent of sharing every detail with your current partner about your past partner, because some people don't like to hear about the past. They want to continue to go forward.
They want to go forward. Okay.
So it's definitely, I guess you could say, style stepping with your current partner to see if that's the type of man or woman that likes to hear about your past. Some people really don't like. I've dated people that didn't like to hear about the past. They didn't want to share about their past. They didn't want to know about my past. They just want to keep going forward.
I understand.
So
I understand that completely.
Yeah.
I mean, it helps you to kind of figure out too how that person is in a relationship when you hear their past relationship. Whether if it's a pattern of certain things that they do, you can figure that out through their past relationships. But I will say, if you're on a journey to be someone different, to be someone better, then I wouldn't even try to bring up that old you or what you did in that past, and let's become better.
Right.
So yeah, okay.
That's a good question. That was a really good question. Let's
make
see.
it difficult for me?
How difficult?
I mean, whatever you could find that pushed me in that paralyzed my mouth for a little while.
Okay.
So to speak.
Have you ever lied to me?
Have I ever lied to you? Oh my gosh. No. I don't think I lied to you. As far as I can remember now.
I
think that I might have
lies?
not. Maybe I kept. You know what? maybe I said something that wasn't the whole thing. You was like, no, 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 and you seen that I was not telling the whole truth, and I was trying to bite around the whole thing, like, nah, I didn't really do that. You're like, stop, like, you know, you did it, or I can't remember a time where that actually happened.
Right.
But I remember that it was a time that it did happen. But I don't know.
Wait, when did you lie?
I don't know what it was about. That's the thing. I don't remember. I honestly, yeah.
I think we did 5 questions, but we can go for one more.
Okay.
But I think you lied. You lied to me about something? When?
I don't even know. I'm honest.
You lie? Tell me what you lie. I want to know when you lie.
I'm honest. You asked me something. No.
Okay, no.
I never even lied to her when she asked me. I come home and tell her things, only because I know that stuff catches up to you. Like if I was hanging out with a certain female that did something to me, I come home and tell her everything that happened. So I'm like, I'm not even gonna keep that stuff to myself, you know.
Really
so
that's so sweet.
And if I did lie, it's not because I'm trying to keep them to myself. I got the Most High to look forward to. If the Most High see me, like, hey, I know that you're lying about that. I'm not going to sit there and try to lie to her because it's going to come to pass. Y'all's going to bring that lie to light eventually. And I know that's a true thing that will happen. So, no, I wouldn't even try to have that. I'm going to try to do that. Okay.
I trust you, baby.
So,
I trust the Father.
Yeah.
Yeah, I trust Abiyah.
Mm-hmm. So,
and then I trust him next.
Mm-hmm.
I trust Yah in him. I trust that Yah would allow him to do the right thing, to think the right thing, and to. That's why I don't worry about if he goes somewhere or do something going to work or around women or whatever. Like, I'm gonna. Hey, he's a man. He's a man. No, I don't think it's all right to do what most couples do or not. But I do believe that the Father would keep him. I pray that the Father would keep him and he'll have a spirit of conviction. So he will think before he do it. Prudence, yes.
Temperance.
Mm-hmm.
That's the 2 things that you have to have when you're married and in life, period.
Yes.
Just staying away from those temptations and being, resilient.
Yeah.
And things like that. Having a forethought and cautious about certain things, knowing that will come to pass, or if I do this, it's going to happen. Look at other relationships. Look at how they end. Look at what messes up most relationships. Take that as an example, and don't be the what's the
statistic.
The statistic, yeah. Don't be that.
Relationships.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't.
So you want me to ask? I'm sorry. You want me to ask one more question?
Go ahead.
One more question. Okay, I ain't gonna make it that hard. If you could choose your partner again, would you choose the same person?
Yes. Absolutely. Yes.
That's a definite. For me, she asked me that question. Absolutely. I don't care. There's no ends. What? If it is ends, ifs, buts about it. Ends, ifs, buts about it. Yeah. Same person.
Yeah.
Same person.
Same person.
Same person.
He's dope. He's so patient and.
She's dope. She's dope.
Opposite of me. I'm like up here as far as I'm loud, but not too loud. But I'm loud enough.
She's just like
he's more calm than I am. He like grounds me.
Mm-hmm. She's just how
I shake stuff up though. I shake it out.
I love that about her. I love everything she does. I mean, this woman right here is so amazing. And most people see me talk about her on Instagram, and I'm a writer too. I write different poems and stuff like that about her.
He's a writer.
And it's not because I'm thinking that she's the best woman in the world. She's the best woman in the world to me, regardless. But it's how I deeply and how I truly feel about her. She's amazing to me.
Aww, I love you.
I love you.
Okay.
All right. So, with that being said,
I got one more question.
Got one more question?
Yeah.
For me? Okay, I asked that question, right?
Yeah, because you went first. I gotta go last.
Right. Okay.
I gotta go last. Okay, let me go back on here and see what I can see when I can see it. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Well, no one can actually see themselves anywhere in 5 years. But if you ask me,
I'm asking you.
I see myself
Tell the people, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
in 5 years. I see myself, and okay.
Speaking to the mic.
In 5 years, I see myself in Africa.
Ooh.
With my own land, farming on my own land, selling my own products, basically being an entrepreneur and regenerating money to our own people, lifting up our own people, giving our own people jobs, just making it very, what's the word? Very prosperous for our own, definitely. I think that it's time for us to rise up. So I'm definitely working towards making land and creating new opportunities and stuff like that for our own people. And so this is where I'm starting now. And I think for me, this whole channel is going to be about us getting out there, sharing information and knowledge to our people. Also, it's going to be about a lot of different things. We're going to be a which color with this? What's that word called when you do many different things?
A jack of all trades?
Okay, you could just say that. It wasn't what I was looking for, but
I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I see myself doing. Just living in Africa, being. Well, hopefully I could be living in Africa about 5 years. But that's what I see myself.
That all the time.
Yeah, in 5 years. But I'm definitely, we definitely trying to get land. And I know that question made it go into something else, but we definitely trying to get land. We definitely trying to be self-sufficient, not trying to work for another man or.
Be working slave, paid slaves.
Paid slaves. I'm trying to do our own thing.
Right.
Go back to the roots of, farming and plants and herbs.
Agriculture.
Agriculture is so important. It's so important.
Vital.
And
the resources Africa have,
mm-hmm.
what they don't want to share, with us, with the matrix, I guess you can say, in society. Mm-hmm. They don't want to share that Africa is one of the richest continents in the world. Africa is where all the resources come from. Right. Africa is where every nation, other nations, They know. People. China, the Russians,
Europe,
all
Europeans.
Let's say all the Europeans,
all of them
across the globe.
Our people is the ones that don't see.
Our people are the only people
that
are not aware of
what they thinking.
The riches that Africa actually has to offer. And the fact that you can go out to Africa and you can be whatever you really want to be with no restrictions. You can take the resources from America as far as the financial resources and build property and build, schools, not just schools. That they always want to say school building, but I really don't see, I don't know. But it's more to that than just, it's education, but it's more to education. It's a lifestyle. It's a movement. It's a your DNA is calling you back home. And so the call for African Americans scattered amongst the four corners of the earth is calling Africa. The mother Africa is calling her children back home, and to be, because we are so wise.
North Africa.
We are so wise. Right, babe?
We're wise.
We're wise people, and we build, everywhere we go, we make it a great nation.
Wisdom rested on our people. Remember that. It rested. It may have gotten possession in everybody else, in everybody else's minds and hearts, whatever it may be, but it rested on our people. And we can't see it right now because we have been blinded. Right. We have been taught from European perspectives. And we have been brainwashed to think according to what our oppressors have taught us
about ourselves.
So
it's re-identifying who we are, taking back our knowledge of what was taught to us, reversing it and reteaching ourselves who we are, whose we are, why we need to go back, why we need to, because we can't, like, no other nation, and I'm not going to say anything too much further, but no other nation has ever gone into slavery, okay? Let's think about the time that we've been into slavery, over 400 years ago. No other nation has ever gone into slavery and stayed in the land of their captivities. But we've been forced to get rid of, because every other nation, they knew where they came from. They knew their names. They knew their identity, what God they wanted to worship. They knew all types of things about their culture and where they came from. The Black people, African descent, has been the only nation of people that are, one, was broken up from being a nation to not a nation. Two, from not knowing the heritage of where they came from, the language of where they came from. They made us think we were African booty scratchers. They made us think that Africa was ugly and Africa was poor. They keep Africa poor because they don't want Africans over there to know how rich they really are.
But if you look at that and they make it seem like Africa is poor, you got to see that the same people who's teaching you that Africa is poor are the same people who colonized that same continent and is living there right now and is taking advantage of all the natural and rich resources that Africa has. So if you look at that, they're very cunning when it comes to certain things like that. So
crafty.
I want to end it off. I want to end it off with this, and we're gonna make more videos about this and concerning this topic. We are Black people. I don't like saying that word. We are Israel. We are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Now remember that. And Yaakov, you can say it like that. Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. Remember that. So, ending it off like that. You got something else to say?
I don't know. Well, you said it a lot, but continue to research. Continue to read, and pray, because we are naturally spiritual beings, living a human experience. So never misconstrue your human experience for this this world that we live in. You know, be in the world, but don't be of the world.
Don't be conformed to it.
Don't consume yourself with worldly things and thoughts. You know, channel your energy into a better place, because ultimately that's what we need to do as a people. We need to change. We need to change our way of thinking, our way of being, our way of eating. The things that we have been taught, we need to unplug from the matrix, because soon they're going to be trying to put these chips in you and make you become a non-human. Okay, that's another topic.
Look what's going on in this world right now. Don't be blind to what's going on, and don't be consumed with partying and things like this for partying and doing all these things and being just so concerned with what I'm gonna do, what pair of shoes I'm gonna get next. Just
save your money.
Save your money. Be smart right now.
Be real smart.
Because that's how. I got so much stuff to tell you, and I can't even get it out right now, because it's like a bunch of stuff that it's knowledge that flows up.
Consolidated in videos that we post.
Once I get started, I want to keep going. I can keep going. But I didn't want to, we didn't want to put too much on
right, we're
any
almost
of you.
30 minutes in.
We're almost 30 minutes in, and we were trying to make the video to be 15 minutes.
Right, we wanted to cut it down half a minute, half of that 30 minutes. So.
But all praises to the Most High.
Yeah, we flowing. This is natural. This is canon. This is, it's not something that has been rehearsed and stuff like that. We're just going from the dome and just sharing experience with you and sharing knowledge with you. And we want to continue to share knowledge and share wealth, because, knowledge is wealth. To know is better than to not know.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Wisdom and understanding.
And to experience.
Get that. Get wisdom, understanding, and discipline.
You have to have that experience in life. It's going to teach you so much. And I think within my experience, it's taught me so much. It's taught me to be patient, to just not talk so much, to listen, to actually listen, not just with my ears, but with my spiritual ears, like to incline those things, to pray more, to have more faith. It's taught me so much through the experience that I've experienced throughout the years of my life. And all praises to the Most High that I have been here, sustained, and been able to continue to experience life as it is right now, and to be in the knowing of who I am. It's power to know who you are. It's power to have identity. to identify with the culture, to identify with a priestly people and people that come from greatness, and not been told that our people just existed in the 1800s when slavery hit in 1600s. Like, right, like if we're more than just old slave movies that they try to show us.
Exactly.
We're way more than that. We're way more important than all the leaders that have led us in America. Because if they were true leaders, they would have led us out of America. They would have led us back to the promised land, to where we needed to be. But in prophecy, it didn't happen that way.
And I know people have their own opinions and thoughts about certain things.
And I don't care.
And they're gonna say, hey, what you saying is insane. Of course, everything's insane.
I don't care
people,
what nobody's saying.
What is it? Men fear what they don't understand, or
yeah.
you know. But they, you know, it's confusing. I mean, it was confusing to us.
Read your books. It's all in the books. Cause guess what? They said if you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in a book. And so that's exactly what they did. They put it in a book.
And so what you do is
you read.
You don't argue against something that you have not studied.
Right.
If you have been, you know, consumed with the affairs of this world, and you haven't even opened a book to you know, get knowledge on this matter or on this topic, then, you know, just research for yourself. You know, we're not trying to tell you trying to throw this on you, but we're just saying this is the truth. This is the truth about what we know, and this is the truth that's here, and it's soon going to be reality. And so all that we are saying is going to come to fruition very soon, is in the near future.
It has been hidden.
It's been hidden.
This stuff has been hidden for centuries. And so it's time for it to come out and to be exposed.
So, ending this, 3 things that can't be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. So, with that being said, we're gonna say shalom, all praises to the Most High.
Shalom.
We wish blessings upon all of our people.
Yes.
And we just thank y'all for this day, and we thank y'all for making another video. You're gonna see our YouTube start to grow. So, shalom, peace out. You know,
we love you guys.
Love you guys.
Shalom.
Shalom.